Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're decoding the ISO 9001 standard. Look, if you've ever stared at a massive stack of compliance documents and literally felt your eyes glaze over, well, you are definitely not alone. But today, we're going to change that. We're transforming this standard from a dry, dusty document into a dynamic, living operating system for your business. I am absolutely thrilled to guide you through this playbook so you can see exactly how it can elevate your organization.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Every single business owner, manager, or entrepreneur out there has to answer one vital question at some point. How do you actually prove the quality of your service to a prospective client? It's a universal business challenge, right? I mean, anyone can say they're the best, but how do you prove it before that client ever signs the contract? Establishing that ironclad trust and backing it up with hard evidence is exactly the core problem we're solving today.
To get there, here's our clear roadmap for this explainer. First, we'll cover what ISO 9001 actually is. Then, we'll look at the QMS strategy, followed by the 7 quality principles. From there, we'll unpack the Plan, Do, Check, Act cycle, explore risk-based thinking, and finally, look at the concrete benefits of getting certified.
Let's start right at the top with Section 1, What is ISO 9001? Before we get into any of the really advanced strategies, we just need to clearly define the core terms governing these global standards.
So ISO stands for the International Organization for Standardization. And what's really fascinating here is that ISO is actually a massive, independent, non-governmental federation of national standard bodies. It literally brings together top-tier experts from both business and government sectors from all around the globe to draft and vote on international rules. It's essentially a global consensus on what good looks like.
And then we have QMS, which stands for Quality Management System. Now, what's really interesting here is that a QMS isn't just some boring checklist of chores you have to get through. Not at all. It is a comprehensive, internationally recognized approach for managing and controlling a company. The entire goal, the whole shebang, is ensuring absolute customer satisfaction and the consistent delivery of a high-quality product or service.
Moving on to Section 2, the QMS strategy. Let's shift gears for a second because we really need to talk about why QMS goes way beyond simple regulatory compliance.
A QMS fundamentally aligns your business strategy with continual improvement. Adopting a quality management system is a massive strategic decision for top management. Why? Because it fundamentally changes your company's DNA. It's not just a shiny badge you slap on your website. It ties directly into how you deliver customer service, how you handle risk, and how effectively you manage your operational costs. It's about building a demonstrably better business right from the ground up.
Section 3, the 7 quality principles. Now we get to the absolute fundamental engine of the standard.
Let me read this quote directly from the standard because it perfectly captures the essence of what we're talking about today. Quality management principles are comprehensive and fundamental rules or beliefs for leading and operating an organization, aimed at continually improving performance over the long term by focusing on customers while addressing the needs of all stakeholders. So the crucial takeaway here is that when you consistently apply these principles, it leads to performance excellence that goes way beyond just optimizing a few isolated activities.
So what are these 7 principles? Well, they range from customer focus and leadership to the engagement of people and having a process approach. It also relies heavily on improvement and evidence-based decision-making. But I really want to emphasize that 7th one, relationship management. This is all about establishing relationships that balance short-term gains with long-term considerations. It's an incredibly powerful way to pool expertise and resources with your key stakeholders, like your suppliers, partners, and customers, to drive joint success. Section 4, the Plan, Do, Check, Act cycle. Let's move into the how of the framework and see exactly how this builds into an actionable system.
And this brilliantly illustrates the real engine room of ISO 9001. The PDCA cycle is embedded right within the quality management system. The entire ISO standard revolves around this continuous, never-ending loop. On one side, it's fed entirely by customer requirements and the unique context of your organization. And on the other side, it outputs customer satisfaction and high-quality products.
Let's walk through these 4 steps together. Step 1 is plan. This is where you establish your objectives, identify your risks, and figure out the exact resources you're gonna need. Step 2 is do. You simply implement the plans you just made. Step 3 is check. You monitor and measure your processes against your policies, really looking closely at the data.
And finally, step 4 is act. You take decisive actions to improve performance wherever necessary. Think of it exactly like tuning a high-performance engine. This systematic cycle ensures your processes are constantly evolving, not just sitting idle.
Section 5. Risk-based thinking. Let's move to a critical concept that serves as a massive preventive tool introduced in the 2015 update to the standard. Consider the difference between reactive operations and risk-based thinking. In the past, a lot of businesses operated entirely reactively, waiting for a major nonconformity to happen and then desperately scrambling to fix it. Well, actually, risk-based thinking flips that entirely on its head. It is about proactively determining factors that could cause your system to deviate from planned results. It puts preventive controls in place to minimize negative effects way before they ever happen. But, and here is the real secret weapon, it also helps a business seize positive opportunities for growth when circumstances align favorably. Risk isn't just about avoiding the bad. It's absolutely about anticipating and capturing the good.
Section 6. Benefits of ISO certification. Let's bring this explainer home by highlighting why this all really matters to your bottom line, detailing the concrete business return on investment. The return on investment falls into two very clear categories. On the operational side, you are actively managing costs, reducing risk, and clearly defining core company processes so everyone knows exactly what to do. On the stakeholder side, you are drastically improving customer service and bringing together management and employees to work toward common, completely unified objectives. Getting an ISO certification is phenomenal for proving your quality to a prospective client, sure, but the internal benefit? That's building a resilient, objective-driven, and highly efficient team. So, if you are ready to upgrade your operations, you can contact the team at Apply-So for assistance in starting your ISO 9001 journey. You can email them at sales@applyso.com or call +27 150 5559. I highly recommend reaching out to them to see how they can guide you through this entire process. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I want to leave you with one final provocative thought. If you successfully transformed your company from a reactive entity into a proactive, risk-anticipating, continuously improving machine, what unprecedented heights could your business reach with this upgraded operating system? Until next time, stay focused and keep improving.